Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the tournament. So, got some good results today. We got some, very great matchup. Very funny how it kind of turned out here, but I'll talk about that in a second. But if you haven't seen it before, simple little rundown. 100 characters are put into a tournament each day on the channel, except Sundays. I upload one of the matches from the tournament. We'll talk about the two characters, or I guess I will. You guys can talk about the characters in the comment section. Feel free to. But I'll talk about them. Go over mini moveset pool potentially, maybe some facts, whatever it might be. And then we vote between one of the two characters. Who would you rather see in Smash Bros. For a character? That's who we vote between. But voting is a part of the rules. There's a few more, so rules. Alright, rule number 1. This whole thing is for fun. That really means vote for whoever you want. If they're in a matchup, feel free to vote for them. It's all good. You vote for whoever you want. That's why this is for fun. Vote for whatever you want. But you do only get one vote per person. Keep that in mind. How do you vote, though? Simple. Down in the comments, type the name of the character you are voting for. If you happen to really like both the characters, or if you're having a tough time deciding who to vote for, you can vote for both by simply typing the word both. Very, very easy. Always been a rule. Always will be a rule. You can vote both. But remember, one vote per person. Rest of the rules, though, double elimination tournament, meaning a character will have to lose 2 times before being officially eliminated. And then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the voting, we're going to flip a coin on camera. It's the first way to break a tie. And then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. Simple. All right. Otherwise, nope, that's just all the rules. So go to the rest of the video. Let's do it. All right, let's go over the results from last week. Again, loser bracket matchup, so somebody's got to get eliminated in this one. But, yes. Who was the result? Who was it again? Yes. It was a pretty good matchup. 2 iconic characters in their own right as well. It happened to be Dr. Eggman from the Sonic series, who was taking on Lara Croft, Tomb Raider. Who ended up getting this one? Who was more popular? Yeah, that's just the best way to... Who was more popular in this case? Dr. Eggman actually ended up winning this one. 47 votes for him and 38 votes for Lara Croft. So, yes, unfortunately, she just suffered her second loss, so she is done from the tournament. However, congrats are in order for Dr. Eggman. He gets to move on to the next round where... Oh, that's going to be tough. He's going to have to face Ryu from the Toho project, so good luck. That's actually... I think that's the matchup for tomorrow, so good luck, Dr. Eggman. But before we get to tomorrow's matchup, we do have to go over today's matchup, which happens to be DoomSlayer, the Slayer, the Marine, Doom guy, whatever you want to call him, from the Doom franchise. Yeah, we know that guy, right? But his opponent happens to be, well, another very iconic character in his own right. I mean, these, Ryu Hayabusa. However you pronounce that, or however you prefer to pronounce that, I should say. So both the characters have just been around for decades, have built their legacy. I mean, they both represent, like, just series overall that would be really cool to see it, like, somebody get repped. Like, okay, so we'll break it down real quick. So comparison, not really comparison, but Doom Guy represents the first person shooter genre. And, he, like I said, he goes back way back in gaming, decades. Same with Hayabusa, decades in the industry, which is so cool to see. And now, now that Nintendo's, I guess, I don't know how you want to put this, they've kind of lightened their stance, or they're more accepting of third-party characters in Smash Bros. I mean, we've seen that. I mean, look at Ultimate, look how many new third parties we got. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with third parties. But if it's going to be DLC, you kind of got to go, and that's kind of how Nintendo has been going. They've been going with iconic characters that have had great past in gaming, great history with whatever, maybe a niche pick, whatever you want to call it. Like Joker, Persona. Personally, that did absolutely nothing for me. I don't know where I'm going with this. Hold on, let's roll with this. Persona didn't do nothing, but I cannot argue that Persona's still not a big franchise to where it's like, alright, yeah. A lot of people were so stoked that happened. Then we got Dragon Quest. I mean, Dragon Quest has been around forever. The heroes of the Dragon Quest story, so, alright, iconic in their own right. Banjo, iconic in his own right, had a lot of history with Nintendo. Terry Bogard, some people will say Terry Bogard was popular. Yeah, King of Fighters was like the fighting game of the 90s. That was like the franchise. And then it wasn't, but still. And then ended off with, okay, wait, Byleth's not for third party, and we're not going to go down that route. But shifting focus, back to DoomSlayer. Why? Like, he represents the first person. Why can I not say that? The first person shooter genre. And that's a genre of character that we do not have repped in Smash Bros. So he brings something unique, something different right off the bat. Now again, mature characters. We know by now Nintendo's light in their stance on this. So seeing another mature character get in Smash Bros, I really don't think anybody should be surprised if it does happen, right? Yes, he's got his chainsaw. Yes, he's got his weapons that will explode and body limbs are flying all over the place. Look, that's not happening in Smash Bros. All right, that portion of, he's still gonna have his weapons. I guess chainsaw is a weapon, but he's gonna have his guns, his chainsaws, his kicks, punches, whatever. He's gonna have all that stuff without the extra. I mean, it's the same argument as Mortal Kombat in this case, right? You're just not gonna have the gory stuff attached to the moves. You're still gonna have DoomSlayer, just without the extreme slaying ability, you know? That makes sense, right? But look, he's got so many iconic, really fun weapons you could pull out. Like the BFG, that would have to be his final smash, right? That would have to be. I would think so. I'd have to think so, but does have shotguns. I mean, like, Doom Eternal. That just came out. I don't follow it. Didn't Doom Eternal end up coming out on the Nintendo Switch, though? I think it did. And remember the rumors going around a few months ago? Doom Eternal's going to come out on the Switch, and DoomSlayer. I think we're still waiting on FP5 at the time, so it's kind of like, they're going to wait, and, you know, it's going to be DoomSlayer to commemorate Doom Eternal coming to the Switch, and it's like, alright, it's pretty much locked in, and then it didn't happen, because then Byleth. I circled back to Byleth somehow. But DoomSlayer's always kind of been looked at as, especially since Smash Ultimate DLC started, has always been looked at as one of those heavily rumored characters. Same with his opponent, Ryu Hayabusa. It's just, like, I don't know. I mean, go back, was that a month? No, probably 2 months ago now. One of the Doom producers, or some, do I not have a third Doom? Okay, that sucks. But go back a couple months. One of the Doom producers kind of said, yes, Nintendo and Bethesda have talked to Smash Bros., but those talks never went anywhere serious. So it was kind of a big blow to the fan base for Doom. Anybody that's supporting this character is like, alright, is the guy telling the truth? Were the talks between Nintendo and Bethesda, did they really not go anywhere? I mean, it probably happens way more than you think. One company talks to Nintendo, hey, Nintendo, how's it going? Hey, blah, blah, blah. Smash Bros. Yeah, Smash Bros. Is great. Our character would be kind of cool. Yeah, we think so. End of the conversation. That's how it goes. An offer never gets made. There's never any negotiations or even intense negotiations. So, yeah, I think he kind of took a hit in terms of maybe some people expecting this to happen, to kind of being more like, all right, maybe he still has a chance. Maybe the Doom guy was not this Doom guy, but the Doom producer. Maybe he was just lying. Because you can lie under NDA. You can. All right, so it's totally fine. People have done it in the past. Look at Grant Kirkhope. Somebody straight out asked him about Banjo. Like, is Banjo coming to Smash? And he said, don't hold your breath on it. Practically implying, no, it's not happening. But, oh, look, Banjo happened. So, there's always hope. Never give up. That's the main story of supporting any character. You like them, you support them. Just because one person might say something or somebody might come up with a stupid fan rule, it's like, nah, get that out of my face. I don't need to see no fan rule. Did Sakurai come up with it? Did Nintendo come up with it? No, that's why it's a fan rule, so it's complete garbage. You can convince yourself if that's what you want, and then you can try to convince me, but you're not going to convince me of a fan-made rule. It's just not going to happen. But like myself, I'm not going to try to convince other people of whatever rule I might come up with, which I don't, because I find that stupid. But, different topic. Let's go back to Hayabusa here. So, again, another iconic gaming legend. I say this, and I seen a comment, actually, after Hayabusa's last match, where it was, I said Hayabusa's like one of the last remaining icons from the Super Nintendo era. And somebody made the comment of, oh, don't say that, because then it makes fans of, like, who is it? Like, man, there's like 3 or 4 characters that they named, and while they might have their sort of weird following, like, it's not weird, but they might have their they're following. They got their fans. It's Hayabusa, in terms of gaming overall, has racked up more of a, I guess, more of a profile, more of a presence. Like, his series has continued to pump out games. Maybe not like every year, maybe not even every year. He's been in Ninja Gaiden's had like how many sequels, how many games of that? He's been in the Dead or Alive fighting franchise as well. Screenshot, that's where this is from. So he's been in a fighting game, which is arguably one of the top fighting franchise. If you're gonna make a list of, I guess, 10 fighting franchises, right? Dead or Alive's probably got to be on there, right? Somewhere. I mean, they made 6 Dead or Alive. Dead or Alive 6 came out a year ago, March 1st, I believe. So yeah, I think it was last year. It came out last year. So it's not like the Dead or Alive franchise is dead. No, it's still going. Ninja Gaiden, I wouldn't be surprised if for some reason like that just randomly pops up with a brand new installment into the franchise as well. The character's iconic. People know who he is. That's the same for both characters. And again, going back to the point I always make, I know Sakurai said you gotta being fun to play as is more important than being recognizable. But at the same time, Nintendo as a company, they're going to look at characters probably in terms of business-wise, like, all right, we need to go with characters that people will recognize. People that will be like, yes! Casual fans that will be like, I'm willing to spend an extra... How much is the Fighter's Pass? Is it $30? Whatever it is, I might be willing to spend the additional $30 for the entire Fighter Pass. Maybe I'm willing... Maybe I got $6 sitting in my account. I'll be willing to spend that on a single character. And, you know, either one of these characters, recognizable, moveset is awesome, appearance would be amazing, would both bring some really incredible music tracks. I might have to say Doom would bring better music tracks in my opinion. But that doesn't mean that's how I want to vote. But I don't know, like, I don't know, both characters, I think most of us could probably agree, deserve a spot on Smash Bros. Hands down. Probably no arguments, but we might see some in the comment section. So keep it civil. But yeah, for me, I just put up my top 50 most wanted characters yesterday, and while both these characters were in the top 50, Hayabusa was much further. He's in my top 10. He's at number 9, and I believe DoomSlayer came in the 30s. I think it was the 30s, right? I don't have it written. It's either like high 30s or low 40s, somewhere in there. So Hayabusa's getting my vote in this one. I like the design. I like the appeal of the character. I like the potential moveset. Maybe more than I do for DoomSlayer. And plus, if we got a first-person shooter genre character, I know this one will most likely not happen whatsoever. DoomSlayer probably has a better chance. But my preference would be Master Chief from Halo. I played that game so much, so many great memories that it's like, all right, Chief, in my opinion, all right, oh boy, I might upset some people. In my opinion, Master Chief is more iconic than DoomSlayer. Don't hate me. Yeah, so I'm voting Hayabusa. Let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Hayabusa, DoomSlayer, or both. They're all good options. Anyway, that is it. Sneak peek for tomorrow, which I already kind of told you about earlier. It is going to be Dr. Eggman. CJ and Smash would be cool. Alright, TJ. TJ, you watching this? You watching this far? Yeah, most people don't. It's alright. But, we'll see. But, yeah, so it's Dr. Eggman, who's taking on Ryu from the Toho project. She's been on a tear. Let me look at her last few games here. Look at this. Look at this. Ryu, 136 votes. 106 votes. 141 votes. That's just her last 3 matches. And somebody made made a comment in her in the results where she won. Said, "Oh, we're just gonna ignore all the people that are coming out of nowhere to vote for Ryu." I know it looks weird, but they're all coming from the Ryu for Smash community, from Twitter, from the Discord. That's where that's all coming from. So I know some of it will be like, isn't it bots? Does it seem weird that this one? It's consistent. That's the thing. When you have characters like Sandbag, who had that random match a few weeks ago, 107 votes, and then the following week, 22. It's kind of like, all right, yeah, there's definitely something fishy going on. But Ryu's been pretty consistent through the whole tournament, so I don't think that's really I really don't believe there's bots involved in it. Maybe one or two or something, but nothing too extreme. So, and nothing I can legitimately prove. So, but yeah, that's the matchup. And then the results for tomorrow are going to be for, okay, talked about him in just a few seconds ago. Master Chief, who's taking on Phoenix Wright. So we'll see who wins that. Today's wrapping up. I hope you guys enjoyed, and hopefully we catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.